Play some classical guitar for you this afternoon.
Awesome.
My name's Toby Roye, and I'm an alum of Chico State and kind of a homeboy. Grew up around the area, and I've been a guitarist from about the age of 12, and kind of covered the gamut of the different types of gigs that you can get as a guitar player. I started off playing a lot of rock music, and did that in my younger years, and I continue to do that actually today on the side. And but I kind of grew into classical guitar about the age of 18. I started getting interested in it heavier than when I was 15. I learned a few little Bach preludes and things like that, and then I met a teacher, Warren Haskell, moved to town about the time I was 18 or 19. I started studying with him and getting into classical more in a more disciplined manner, and really fell in love with it. I'm also a graduate of the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and when I was living down there, I ended up taking all kinds of gigs that I could get, given my skill set, which included playing wineries and playing at department stores and playing at a lot of weddings around the entire Bay Area. I played at children's schools, hospitals, and private parties, and once I played for Ray Dolby of Dolby Sound. I played at his house for his wife's birthday party. And anyways, I continue to make a living as a guitarist and a performer and a teacher. And I'm also I mentioned that I'm an alumni of Chico State, and now I came back to Chico 5 years ago and started teaching there. So it's an accomplishment that I'm proud of, and it was kind of my intention a long time ago that I would end up there and become the guitar teacher there. And as far as my association to film has been rather minimal. However, I've been a guest on a few of my friends' CDs who are into multimedia. In fact, I don't know if you remember Luis Santos.
Oh yeah.
But I remember I recorded a track with him, and he ended up using that CD for a Bruce Lee convention.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was kind of big news for him, because Bruce Lee was one of his longtime idols, and he ended up sending that CD off to Bruce Lee's wife for one of the annual conventions. I guess it happens in Seattle.
So
and then
a lizard eye on it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but he always does great graphics. And then more recently, I had the opportunity to license a couple of my original compositions for a video project. Actually, it's a local producer. She makes documentaries and commercials and things like that for local people, mostly private clients. So she was doing a private a story, a documentary of sorts. I think it was of a local rice farmer, and so I was able to, she contacted me, asked me if I had any music I could offer up for this project, and so she came over to my apartment, and I played a couple of my original compositions, and she brought her camera over and recorded me right there, and ended up using that for that documentary. And then she loaded it up on like a Hallmark site or something as an advertisement. So it's online somewhere, I'm not sure where, but that was kind of an interesting project to be a part of. And I've done pretty much any kind of gig I can get paid at that's not demeaning. I've never worn a Santa suit, for example. Anyways, I'd like to share some of what I do with you.